Well, January 2023 and the wild card round of the NFL playoffs are over and onto the divisional round. And I thought I would give a quick analysis of the wild card round as well as a prediction for the rest of the playoffs going forward. I don't really have to make too many adjustments. So, anyways, I predicted the games in a previous video. I went 4-2 in my predictions, picked one game in the NFC and AFC wrong a piece. If you need proof, I'll put a link in the description below of my first video. Anyway, on to the analysis and predictions going forward. We'll start off with the AFC. So in the AFC, we'll talk about the game I got wrong first of all. I got the Jags-Chargers game wrong. I predicted the Chargers to win. And I expected them to really take care of business just because the Jags were the best team in the worst division in the conference. And for 25 minutes, oh, did they ever take care of business. And then they had an epic choke and allowed the Jags to come back and win. And I believe that comes down to coaching. Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning coach. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert are both quarterbacks on the rise, although I think at the moment, Colin Cowherd and I disagree on this. I think he overrates Justin Herbert quite a bit. But the only thing that changed is instead of the Chiefs hosting the Chargers, they'll be hosting the Jags instead of the Chargers. So that's the only thing that changes on this side of, the NFL playoff bracket or the tournament, as Sean Payton calls it. So I still got Kansas City, winning in the divisional round coming off of a bye. That doesn't change. And actually, I think they'll probably handle the Jaguars better than they would have the Chargers, just because division rivals always play each other tough. More on that after a little bit. So that doesn't change. And then on to the other games. I picked the Bills and Bengals both to win. And they both did. Both games were closer than what a lot of people expected, but that doesn't really surprise me just because divisional games, divisional rivals always play each other tough, even with, the Dolphins and Ravens both playing with backup quarterbacks. Again, they play each other twice a year. Every year they're familiar with each other. So, but going forward, I still got the Bengals going on to the AFC Championship game just because, the Bills, I know it was a division game, but they were taking care of business against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins got back into it. It was a closer game than maybe it should have been. So, and, they're a real head scratcher at times. For as many games as they win, there's times you watch them and you think, gosh dang, this is a team that can win a Super Bowl this year and the next. And then you watch them and you go, my God, what is wrong with these guys? So that's the AFC for now, and then I still got the Bengals going on to the Super Bowl. Nothing's changed. Haven't had any injuries that have changed my mind. So, unless something changes injury-wise, who knows, maybe one of the teams will lose. I've been wrong before. Anyways, on to the NFC. So, the game I got wrong, and I thought, upset alert. I thought maybe Tampa Bay could upset Dallas just because they were at home and it is Tom Brady, but I did pick Dallas and they did win. The game I got wrong, and I didn't see this coming at the time, but to look back, it shouldn't surprise me. The Giants beating the Vikings, and the Vikings, I guess everybody's been saying they have no defense, and it kind of showed. And the reason I say when you look back why it should be more obvious, the Giants played in the toughest division in football this year. They finished third in their division and made the playoffs. Philadelphia and Dallas finished ahead of them. So, they played in a tough division in their conference, and the Vikings were the best team in a mediocre division, and a lot of their wins were against mediocre teams. So, I guess it's not as surprising now that I kind of analyze a little bit. But moving on to the divisional round, so it kind of changes up the games of what I had predicted going on. So now you have, which it's still a divisional game, Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants. I still got Philly winning their game in the divisional round, going on to the NFC Championship game. I still think Jalen Hurts is the most underrated quarterback in the league. Nick Sirianni is a great coach. He's getting more appreciation all the time. Really like them to keep moving forward. But it'll be a close game because, again, division rival. And then we move to the other game, and it will be the San Francisco 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Picked them both to win. This wasn't the matchup I thought we'd see. I thought Dallas would be the lowest seed playing Philly and San Francisco would be playing the Vikings, but instead we got San Francisco playing the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to stick with the Niners winning their divisional round game. This roster is absolutely loaded there for a little bit. Brock Purdy did look a little flustered in the second quarter, allowed the Seahawks stick around. He calmed down the second half and did not look like Mr. Irrelevant. They looked really good. They took care of business. I looked for them to advance to the NFC Championship game. But I think once they get to that game in Philadelphia, I believe the Eagles will prevail. I believe Jalen Hurts will be the difference maker. And I still got the Bengals beating the Eagles. So unless, something changes, unless one of my teams loses that I have predicted, or an injury happens, I'm just going to stick with my final two. So, but very interesting on the NFC side. 3 of the final 4 are from the NFC East. So, a lot of people didn't see that happening. Tough division. Even the Washington Commanders, as they're called now, I hate that name. They're a quarterback away from, being an excellent football team, I believe. I think they're trending in the right direction. So, but I've been wrong before. They've shown signs of life with Taylor Heinicke. But that's not what this is about. This is about the playoffs. So, anyways, after the divisional round, I'll be sure to make another video with some more predictions and see where I was right and where I was wrong. Have a good day. Subscribe to the channel and let me know who you think is going to advance in the comments below. And Chaos in Southwest Nebraska, over and out.